unless to cause any trouble for the traveling team. And Charles Bula once again very close to the action, signaling it came off the hand of Hussein. And Nations FC will have the opportunity to count their nerves and see if they can regroup all the way from their territory. But this was an incident just 10 minutes ago when Hatsufok thought they were close to opening the scoring account. Wait a minute, it's Hatsufok big chance here. Can they turn it in? That's a big mess. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And I'm sure for most of the fans watching, two big opportunities have been fluffed away. And of course, at this moment, Ouattara cannot be blamed if Hatsufok fails to get a goal in this fixture.
What a chance. And like I said, Accra Hatsufok would have to put these kind of chances away.
Nations FC getting in to find their rhythm. And they've considered a free kick. Let's just watch this again. Let's just what the player was thinking about. And that's a big mess, isn't it?
This should have been a tap-in. A simple tap-in. That was an empty net.
Smiley while deciding to round up the goalkeeper. Ruben Sanon ends up missing that big opportunity to push the Phobians into the lead, and that certainly will be still in the headlines tomorrow if this game stays this way. "61 minutes, and we're still at where we are. We'll go to show off between these two sides. Here's Danchi coming forward, trying to beat Ampedu into the box. Comes off his hand. And the referee Charles Bulu, well, he's getting that one right again with his decision making.
The tempo of the game just shot up, and Accra Hatsufok have decided, have started to pin Nations to their half.
Bofi Wale restored that from Hatsufok in the first 45 minutes when they took charge of the game in the first 10 minutes and decided to go back to sleep. And so then it's been Nations showmanship until the blast of the whistle. Let's just look at it. Might have come off the hand of Abdul Aziz. Also got a yellow card in the process. This Nations building up from the right hand side, trying to drift into the midfield. That's a big run. And as Christopher Nete goes to the ground, and wins the sympathy of the referee. Well, in terms of position, it's Nations a bit in cruise control in the second half, having 64% as compared to Hatsufok, who are just having 36%, and that's big. But in terms of the effort at goal, it's been Hatsufok who've had 2 attempts. Nations have just had 1. But again, the big question is those balls hitting or being on target. It's been blank for both sides in this particular half.
It looks like Christopher Nete is a bit okay now. He's played very well, especially at the right-hand side of Nations FC. He carried the ball, he progressed the ball very well in midfield and in attack for Nations FC. I think he's better now and can carry on with the game.
Nations free kick. And it's headed away by Mauli. Oh no, it's back to left hand side. Down to trying to cut up in Hatsufok's defense. Walking to the traffic of bodies. That's a lovely hit. Stays on, Dansu, and then it's blocked by Michael Ampedu, who gets injured in the process.
That was a dangerous play. very dangerous. And Accra Hearts of Oak, like I said, would have to be very attentive at the back. They need to be up and doing, because Nations FC are they're looking for pockets of spaces in and around the 18-yard box of Accra Hearts of Oak. And that is where the defenders would have to be sure that they are safe, or they can hold up Nations FC and keep them at bay.
Wallace Nations corner kick. As Phil rightly said, Hearts of Oak have been a bit careless at the back. You need to really keep your eyes stuck onto the ball, but that's a lovely ball headed away by Kunedu Yadam. Simpson is a lovely shot. Oh my goodness, it's in! The Blackstone have just shot Nations FC into the lead. What a hit! What a goal from the centre back, and Nation rejoices. Captain leading by example. Look at it from that distance.
Fantastic play by Razak Simpson. What a lovely strike. I would say that nobody anticipated such a shot from Razak Simpson. What a drive. It traveled right to the left top corner of the box, of the pole. That was fantastic.
Well, the last time the centre back scored was against Mediamarity, and if now just push that Blankers base into the lead, and you can understand the joy on his face. Hearts of Oak did not really see that copper bullet being flashed at them, and goalkeeper Chris Nketiah absolutely unaware of that intention from Razak Simpson. Got it right. Perfect hit into the top right corner.
Nketiah was stunned by the strike. He was not expecting such a shot from Razak Simpson.
This captivating moment is just intriguing. You see, there is one that is focused and one that is not focused. The player actually hit a target that he has premeditated on. This is fantastic technique.
Well, absolutely fantastic technique from the nation's skipper. Of just decided to hit it out of more than 45 yards out, and that certainly will be the talk of town this evening and even heading into tomorrow. 66 minutes and it's Nations 1, Hearts of Oak 0. Nations coming forward again from the far right hand side. Yeah, the map in booked as Dansu hacks onto it. Go past Stephen Asari, brings in another killer. Hello, everybody. Now the 4-2 Nation player at the far right hand side. Oh, that shot just taking out the steam of Hearts of Oak. Confidence to play into this game. But this one is well dealt with by Chris Nketiah. Well, this is where Benjamin Asari has been missing between the two sticks for the home side. And you can see Alassane very furious about that decision.
Accra Hearts of Oak would have to come from behind, and they would have to do something special to break this defense. Nations FC have been average throughout, but they've dealt with every ball thrown at them, every risky ball that Accra Hearts of Oak have created in the box. They've dealt with them. Let's see how Accra Hearts of Oak will be able to come back in this game.
But there's Hearts of Oak. Free kick sent across, and this is a big moment. And the Phobians trying to cross up Razak Simpson's goal. And just rubbing Sanon stays between his own two sticks. Looks like the medical team would have to attend to him. Or just want a delivery once again into the channel.
This is where Accra Hearts of Oak need the never say die attitude. They fought from the onset. They are behind now, But let's see how they fight back into this game.
Well, a dance back, they have to come from behind after Anaba scored on 81st minute. Steven Apiasari equalized on 82nd minute. So it tells you Hartlepool at least have got some hope of getting at least a point from this intriguing exchange. But just look at that for a goal again. Blasted wide into the far right corner.
That's a super technique. And coming from a defender, that's what it's intriguing. Coming from a defender, a centre back, if I should put it that way. That's super.
Well, we're getting ready to see set to side coming in for Abdulaziz. You've not really added anything to Hartlepool attacking threat this afternoon. As we get to see the experienced man coming in for the Phobians. I've got a very lovely fit. Well, Nations have just entered into the top 4 if it's stuck this way with 39 points at the moment. Dropping MT to the 5th position. Here Hartlepool will have to build something from the left hand side. Up puncher. So they're set to say. Looking for the 3-8. And the backs there really feeling the absence of Hamza Issa.
This time around, the crowds of folk look to be going central to see if they can find holes in the defense of Nations FC. It's been very difficult for crowds of folk to get behind the defense of Nations FC.
What I shouldn't have considered as few as 14 goals this season. Shaote taking the game to Michael Lampedu and some winning a train advantage. So Aqua has been taken up for Nations with Lai introduced into the match. And it's a walking pace for the man in the 24 jersey. Oh, it's not in the head to take it at all. And so cycle for. And you can see the players are just having some teach at the back themselves, enjoying this moment. That's their side. Let's have the folk. They are set to say. It's a big run. Hussein coming in from the right hand side is brought across, but Razak Simpson class it away once again. It's been unbeatable at the heart of defense for this since this afternoon. Quality stuff. And tells you why he will continue to make the Black Stars camp. There's a lovely copper bullet that has been headed out. There's a sexy bay. We'll bring it onto the right hand side, but it's been cut out. And it's taken against Hartlepool. As referee Charles Bolo points the other way around. And you can see the Phobian fans are very quiet all over on the stands, hoping that something miraculous will happen. But they would have to wait for those moments because Nations is just taking. They continue to really dominate the game, especially the second half. And says we look to have had a hand flashed on his face by Faisal Chaote. Now we have the opportunity to regroup from the back. You can just say that was an incident. There's Boateng. There's Hussein. Set to say, calling for it. Asamoah Boateng goes down. The referee up none of that. As there's another attacking onslaught from the far right hand side. It's a free Boateng who stays in Nations penalty box as he holds his ankle. Let's just see. Also the delivery from Hussein Mohammed. That's a real hit or a real clash. It is bigger. It is more severe than we had expected from the commentary position.
I think he's in some pain. He's been brilliant this afternoon, and I think Accra Hearts of Oak have been stunned by this young chap, Razak Simpson. A fantastic strike. Just look at that. What a technique.
Watson is up on his feet. Then is Asafoh throwing. Still have to bring it forward. In defense. Not excited at all. All about the stance. Well, that's understandable because Asafoh lost to Bechim United on the road. And lost to Dreams FC. By a goal to nil. Well, the last time Asafoh won by 2 goals to nil was back in March. And there's 8th of March to be specific. When they beat Young Apostles by 2 goals to nil at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Since then, they've not been able to pick any maximum points from their trips. But it's Nations free kick as they try to push a lot of men up front now to see if they can get the second goal. And it's a long drive to the right hand side. Asafoh managing to deal with the situation. And goalkeeper Kwesi Nketia Pekset who hope to launch a deep attack into Nations territory. Well, that's the confirmation of Christopher Neti's yellow card for you. That's a big run. Asamoah Boateng coming forward. That has been met. Razak Simpson goes to the ground in the process. That's a deep trouble for the skipper up the side. And you can understand it's quite severe. And that'll be a big blow against his former teammate. And the former Wafa man just goes to the ground.
Let's hope he will be okay, because Nations FC would need him in this game.
Well, he's limping on his left leg, but it's good to continue as we draw closer to the 78th minute. It's in! Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? And it's Kunedu Yadom, the centre back, who flapped that big opportunity.
What a chance. Accra Hearts of Oak would have to be putting these balls at the back of the net.
We'll watch it again. They were waiting for it in the penalty box. It was delivered across and picked Kunedu Yadom in plenty of space. Absolutely. And it's a very embarrassing touch. Lose everybody in that deep blue. But there's trouble for Nations FC. The skipper up the side, Razak Simpson, is unable to continue and would have to be lifted out. That's a big blow for the traveling team, and you can understand why even the fans a bit worried at this moment not to talk off the bench. So just looking around again, this was an incident that cost the national man to be taken off the pitch. And the medics would have to quickly attend to him, to this national asset. The Robinson on will get ready to bring it up front. Unless he'll be looking for his talisman. And that's that long kick they're trying to see if they can catch goalkeeper Kwesi Nketiah on the way. But this proves a bit futile at the moment. It's just too heavy of a kick.
That was ambitious. But if this game stays the same, the Nations FC will go into the books as the first time Nations FC would beat Accra Hearts of Oak.
Well, absolutely. That'll be the first home away victory for Nations FC, with the last one ending 2-0 to Hearts of Oak. And OBC replacement for Razak Simpson. As we've got just 10 minutes left. So Williams has come in for Razak Simpson. That's a confirmation. For the man in a touching shot. Cannot continue, but it's a good moment for Hearts of Oak. And it dangles across the face of goal. And it's corner kick.
We are here to see whether Apente William will be able to step into the shoes of Razak Simpson.
There's a corner kick coming across, is met by the big man. And set to say, fires a missile into the crowd. Bit disappointed in from the experienced player, failing to really find an intended target. In essence, to say thank you. And he's relieving that big pressure off their neck. Oh, Boris also getting ready to come in for Emmanuel Arnault. And it's their very international, who has been flashed inside by coach Kasim Engel. That was a bit of a clever save there. Only to deny the Phobians. So let's see how the 8 minutes will be for this. The Nations FC side, who are doing so well at the moment by containing the pressure that have been flashed towards them by Hearts of Oak. Well, Boris have been without a goal in the last 6 matches. The last time he scored was against Hearts of Lions, when he scored on that 82nd minute at the Crown Sports Stadium. And since then he struggled to put one behind the net. And again, it's the goalkeeper. After this ball came from Michael Ampedu, who's looking for the free Boateng.
Hearts of Oak are known to score late goals in their games. Most people, or most of the fans, would hope that Accra Hearts of Oak would probably score a goal in the last 7 minutes plus added time in this game.
Also, Martin Kekari have just come in for Maoli Wayo. And another player who've stayed with the Phobians for some time now. Martin Kakari. Due to injury, have not been part of several games. The last time he played was against Basaki Holy Stars in Enyinasi back in January 26. As he looks to be returning. It's a loss of substitution for the Phobians as they look to track their tactics a bit. We've also seen Enoch Esubontin coming in. "85 minutes, just 5 minutes." And what can Hawks do? That for Nations FC, they'll be hoping to keep a clean slate at the moment, unless to defend the alliance and ensure that they pick the 3 maximum point from the Tuba AstroTurf. That's brought to the right hand side. That's Kakaway driving through the traffic of Nation players. Ampuncha. So yes, set to say, decides to go for the long drive. Just not good enough to beat goalkeeper Robin Sanon. I'll say flashes wide off the mark.
That was a weak shot, and he also didn't get the direction right. But I believe Hearts of Oak are piling on the pressure. They want at least to get a goal or the equalizer in this game.
What Nations FC on their way to a very famous victory. If it stays this way for the first time, they'll be able to beat the Phobians away from home. Christopher Nete fails to keep his eyes on it, but he wins the throwing out the far side. That's B. Boris, brings it back to Nete. B. Boris goes down. And the referee chats bullet points to the free kick spot. This Nations looking to compound Hearts of Oak's problem in his dying embers of the game.
Another opportunity for Nations FC to double their lead against Accra Hearts of Oak.
Pushing a lot of men up front, the likes of Bit Boris. Is well defended on the best of touch from Enoch Esubontin. Managed to keep it this time around. Sporting set to say in ample of space is rather Martin Kakuri. That's down to it's Kakuri. And it's been taken against the Phobians. A bit shocking decision, isn't it?
Very shocking. 2 players with one blocking the opponent. I believe it should have gone the other way around.
But the referee very close to that scene. Always might have a better view of the situation. Now Stations get ready to drive in this one. That's Williams Serpentin. The man who came for Razak Simpson. Ampedu. It's a long drive. Looking for Martin Kakari. It's picked by Ampedu. Brings it into the middle. And there's Aponcha. A free. Asbonti. This could be long. Kakari. Here's the free. And he gives that possession to Dansu. Well, some of the fans sitting on top of the wall. Here are the Tuba AstroTurf. Well, let's catch a glimpse of the game. You just need to catch a glimpse. It doesn't matter where you sit, isn't it? And just look at that big opportunity that came away of Hasselhoff once again. A bit disappointed not to have turned it in.
Nations FC have played very well today. I'll give credit to the coach, Casimiro Okanse. He set up his team very well, making it very difficult for Accra Hearts of Oak to penetrate their defense.
By the way, still is blown. We can see Osatsume in a haste to take that one. Hasselhoff walking forward from the left-hand side, drifting out onto the edge of it. That's a lovely poke. That's been home, but it's picked up by Robinson on at the right place to claim it. That is an edge of the seat moment for Nations fans.
That was a dangerous play by the defender. It's 8 minutes time on it on, and I think it's an opportunity for Accra Hearts of Oak to pile on the pressure to see if they can get the equalizer.
Well, that's 8 minutes of additional time, and that could really be favoring Hasselhoff. But for Nations, they'll have a bit of problem with it, but it's a bit understandable with goalkeeper Robinson on receiving some treatment on the turf on more than 2 different occasions, impacting the time that I've been added on. As Nations have a free kick to be taken by Christopher Nete.
I think what Nations are doing now is time management. They want to hold on to the ball and make sure they spend a lot of time with the ball.
We've already crossed the first minutes of the time that I've been added on. We're at 7 more to go, and here's Ampedu with his favorite left foot, looking for opportunity to hit it away. Finds Kunedu Yadom. And now Sapancha will bring it to Anoke Subontin. Here's Ampedu. That's a lovely way to take it on his chest. It's still Ampedu dazzling his way through this. Nations FC side, set to say, brings it back. Osatsume back to Ampedu at the right hand side. Sent it in. That's a big touch. And Puncher. Here could be a knock at Subonte. It's a long drive and it's picked by Robinson on. That's a good idea. The power on the shot, not just too much trouble. Nations FC shot stopper.
Accra Hearts of Oak piling on the pressure. They move centrally, making sure they push more men forward into the box to create spaces, little spaces in the box to find ways to get a goal in these few minutes of the game.
It comes on to the other far side, but that's a lovely way to flick it out. Well, he's maintaining the position as Williams Appleton. There's Appleton for Hearts. Kakari. Appleton Kakari again. And it breaks down. As boxing most of the set pieces in this last minute. This could be Anikela sent across. It's still Hasselhoff who would have to pick up yet another throwing advantage this time around, very close to Nations corner kick side.
They have less than 5 minutes to do whatever they can to get the equalizer.
Let's put across. It's an okay Subontin. Goes for the long drive and Robinson picks it. It's been a real difference this afternoon for Nations FC on side. The rock solid defense they've got in the form of a shield. They have been very resistant against this Hasselhoff forward line. who kept pouring so much. Yes, Ponsang quickly find it. Yes, right back. And set to say. And you can see this time around the fans are up on their feet. Especially the folk fans. Most of them complaining.
A lot of fans would ask why Setose has been sitting on the bench for this period of time. Because his inclusion in the second half has changed the game. He's controlled the game for Accra Hearts of Oak. He's created so many chances. When he came into the game for Accra Hearts of Oak.
Now Simankwa Hearts of Oak coming. And the final hit. It's a bit disappointing. Here's where Hearts of Oak need to stay a bit focused anytime they are into the final third of the pitch. And it's set to say. Ampedu. And that's a poor hit. And for the first time, if it's stepped this way, Nations, led by Coach Kasim Mingo, will be following the Phobian tree for the first time away from Abrankesi. As we've got less than 3 minutes more to bring proceedings to an end. Yes, Charity. Kane increases tally. As well dealt with by Kunedi Yadu. And Okesubontin. They're deciding to use the far side of the field, the wing. But it will be brought to the right hand side for Ampedu to pick. Ampedu bringing it forward. Walking pace. Long one into the channel for the free Boati. Wins the free kick. Very close to Nelson's FC. 18 yards. And you can see why Coach Kasim Mingo is very furious at this juncture. It could be spilling so much trouble if it's not well dealt with. Let's just look at it. It was from Michael Ampedu trying to pick out a free Boati. As he was dragged from behind. 96 minutes, and a few seconds cleared. And Charles Bulu has awarded the home team a big free kick. That's a big place. And you can see the bankroller up on his feet. Dr. Kwame Che. As Robinson on the Burkina Faso International gets his 5-man-1 ready. Unless to deal with this menace. Kakari behind it. It's going to be Kakari's kick. Oh my goodness, comes inside. The referee Charles Bulu halting Hearts of Oak celebration. And you can see now the Hearts of Oak players registering their displeasure. Oh, that's a big problem. And the big problem is that can Martin Kakari redo it? That's the big question. Because this time around, the nation's defense will be red hot alert. It might be the last opportunity for the Phobians. Let's see. This is a final opportunity. If Hearts of Oak can pull parity, and you can see absolutely wasted efforts there. And that could be the summary of the game for the Phobians this afternoon on the 2 bars to turf. So they'll have to camp for Kunedu. Yeah, that is a big opportunity. Hearts of Oak, can they find one? It is a corner kick. Robinson lost focus for a few seconds and nearly gave Hearts of Oak that big opportunity to come back into this tie. It's a bit of hot temper fluid within Nations FC box. And that's the Ivorian International Bay Boris. And you can understand that. What is the fourth fixture between these two sides? With two sliding in favor of Asafo. This is the last opportunity there, and it's just cannot find the last post. And any moment from now, you expect the referee Charles Bolu to take a look at his watch as Bay Boris stays on the turf. 2 of the last 3 games have ended in stalemate, with just one slide in favor of Asafo. But it looks to be a spirited Nations FC performance away from Abrankasi, and there it concludes. Nations FC for the first time has beaten Asafo away from Abrankasi. And guess how they did it? It was the captain, Razak Simpson, who struck from 45 yards out to hand the visitors and needed 3 points to get back into the top 4. And you can see why this man lies on the turf. Efri Boate. This is the man of the moment, Razak Simpson. As the match officials has been guided out of the field. The Rangers and Asafo will be traveling or be staying at home to Medium FC, whilst Nations will be taking on Kerala United. As Samuel Efri Boate is a bit disappointed, and the fans absolutely cannot believe their eyes. Well, it's full time at the Tubasu turf in Kaswa. It's Asafo 0, Nations FC 1. As we cross over to the pitch side.